Hey fellow maniacs, this is Mike here showing you some more rare items, Hulk Hogan items of course. There's no other items worth talking about. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, these collectibles are like commodities as I always say, and they're part of the LJN line. LJN line has a following by themselves. There's, LJN collectors, there's Hasbro collectors, there's wrestling collectors, there's Hulk Hogan collectors, but more than likely they gun after these. These are the 1985 thumb wrestlers. What you're looking at is a 2-pack of Hulk Hogan and the Iron Sheik. Oh, Sheik, I tell you, that guy is hilarious and awesome. Anyway, historically, it was really smart for them to have this 2-pack because in 1984, what boosted and jump-started Hulkamania? Madison Square Garden, I believe it was January 23rd. I hope I got that right. That would make me look pretty bad if I didn't. Anyway, he won the big green belt, first ever WWE title he won. And moving right along, after WWE made this with the next LJN figure, Big John Studd, one of the best, biggest and best men in the business. 2-pack of him. Package is in near mint condition. I mean, it's just, seeing these really does remind a lot of my childhood because I had these growing up. It's actually really cool. I grew up like dirt poor, and I had like one Hogan figure and one Big John Studd figure and a Hillbilly Jim. I think that was it. Anyway, here's the Hot Rod Rowdy Piper. You can't have a 2-pack series without him being in one of them. Headlining the first WrestleMania with Hulkster, and nice, ding there, little dent. Gotta love having little Hulkamaniacs running around. When I was putting these up, she stepped on one. Anyway, it's still in excellent condition. Anyway, I'll forgive her. It's just stuff, I guess, Anyway, this is the 4th installment of the 2-pack series of the thumb wrestlers of the LJN 1985. Hulk Hogan and Nikolai Volkov. Now, some of you guys are probably like, what the heck? Why did they put Nikolai Volkov? He wasn't all that marketable and, like main event type thing, this and that. And he wasn't as marketable as like, Junkyard Dog and a bunch of other guys that probably like kind of deserve this spot. But if you think about it, it was in the midst of the Cold War and with a lot of parents and stuff, so identifying Hulk Hogan versus the Russian, and it's actually really smart marketability. And, they sold a bunch of these. Although these were heavily mass produced, all of these 2-packs, they're still worth a lot of money. In near mint condition or mint condition, you're looking at, anywhere, like collectibles are commodities just the same as Wall Street. They fluctuate in price. I've seen them go for $60. I've seen them go for close to $200. Crazy. But anyway, it's true, nonetheless. So yeah, Nikolai Volkov was really smart for LJN to make it a part of the series. Americana versus the Soviet. And hey, 1985 was only right around a little bit before Rocky IV, but hey, that was all about the American versus the Russian. And our last of the 5 2-pack thumb wrestlers with Hulk Hogan in them, a part of the 1985 LJN set, was, oh yeah, Macho Man guaranteed to sell a lot of thumb wrestlers. Dig it. This is actually one of the more rare 2-packs of the series. They probably didn't make as many of these. That's why it's a lot more valuable than the others. Probably because, you know, hey, Macho Man was a mid-card wrestler at best in 1985. And, you know, for WWE to give the green light to have the Macho Man in a 2-pack with a part of the LJN series really speaks volumes, because there was a lot of other you know, wrestlers to throw in the mix and stuff, but they saw that potential in Macho Man that early in regards to merchandising, and with the amazing marketability behind the Macho Man that has been proven in years to come in regards to future merchandise that I'll be showing you. I mean, you know, there was no better man for Hulk to entrust the company with as the flag bearer for an entire year when he went away for several months while filming No Holds Barred. Macho Man carried 1989 on his back, leading into WrestleMania 5, which was just one of the best of all time. No better story that these guys had, chemistry-wise. It's when wrestling was an art. Anyway, more over on the LJN side of things. The WWE put out, you know, like little clip-on 2-packs, which are pretty nifty, I gotta say. Pretty nifty indeed. Hogan and Andre the Giant, no-brainers, you know. And then they even had little zipper 2-packs. And if you could, they're very small. Big John Studd, Hulk Hogan. It's pretty cool. And this concludes the thumb wrestlers, but I'm gonna show you some other you know, very rare vintage LJN you know, old school WWE stuff, starting with this. Now, you guys are probably gonna remember the video that I showed of the wrestling ring Sling 'em and Fling 'em with Hogan and Big John Studd on the cover in a prior video. But this is a really rare set, even more rare than the ring. This is the accessory kit of the cage match accessory kit. Pretty rare indeed. And it's got, of course, the Hulkster. It's King Kong Bundy on the cover. And it's 1986. What was 1986? Ah, yes, it was WrestleMania 2. And he faced King Kong Bundy. And they fought in a steel cage. Ah, it's all starting to come together, eh? It's not just useless junk on a shelf, eh? Merchandise actually tells a story and tells the history of the business more than you would actually ever, to quote Chris Jericho, ever imagine, because it really does tell a story. We're going to be seeing items with only Hulk Hogan on them throughout the 80s. And then even, you know, early 90s, you know, starting to share the spotlight with other wrestlers, and, you know, the packages start having a little less of Hogan and a little more of other wrestlers that you'll see. And then they go back to Hogan because they couldn't carry the torch or whatever, and, you know, and then back to other wrestlers and stuff. And, you know, the merchandise and collectibles, memorabilia, and everything really do tell a story. And then I'm going to close this video on a cutesy-wootsy note. There's the Hulkamania Bears. There's a guy that's been clearly lifting a little too much. His foot's even sideways. Poor guy. And he's got his Hulkamania bandana. There's Mr. Hulkamania himself back there. What's up, Bear? And there's the Hulk Rules guy. And yeah, my daughters have a field day with these guys. They throw them around and Abby attacks them and stuff. It's really cute. Anyway, and this is the LJN Wrestling Superstars collection collector's case. So all those big LJN figures, you know, they've got stuffed in a case. Put your Big John Stud, Hillbilly Jim, Junkyard Dog in there, and you know, good to go. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Lots more to come. Please subscribe to our channel on YouTube and like us on Facebook because, well, for just no good reason other than we're just genuine fans, and we just like sharing with others and talking about wrestling, talking about Hulkamania, all about positive energy, and yeah, hope you enjoy. More to come.